Then there's the man with the hat and the metal detector. Whoa, whoa. Walking the land, he's a treasure collector. Whoa, whoa. Metal detecting and digging lots of holes, looking for anything that's old. New videos every week, so please subscribe.
Subscribe. Subscribe. Catch you later. I've just decided to come out for a quiet day out. I didn't even bring any video equipment with me because I don't really want to spend a lot of time just digging holes, putting cameras in them. I've got about 6 videos, all filmed, edited, stacked up and scheduled on YouTube at the time of making this video. Right, so I think maybe I'll just get my coil set up. Not quite sure where I'll start. Where I'm not very successful on finds, I still want to bring you something. So what I'm doing is making a small montage of video clips of different places that I go to show you what it's like in these different places to go hunting. Not much history here. This is the field where I found the Tudor merchant's ring. It's a field just over there, and just over the canal over there is where I found one Roman denarius. Just one, a stray one. Nothing else Roman has come up, and I've been here loads of times and with guests and nobody's found anything remotely Roman. Just that one Roman denarius. How the heck did it get there? And why is there nothing else Roman here? Well, look what I just found. It's a snuff box. This is the fantastic River Aire. Running through the Aire Valley of Yorkshire in the UK. It's a magnificent and mighty river. Fantastic for wildlife, including dippers, grey wagtails, kingfishers. It's a bit battered, but manufactured by Hedges, and on there are the words "the snuff." You can't read that very well through the camera, but it does say "the snuff." Made in Birmingham. Can't quite make out a date, but I'll research that and see what it would have originally looked like. A snuff box. I'm always happy to find smoking memorabilia. This is a lovely piece of water. Good for trout fishing as well. And all sorts of coarse fish like chub, perch, roach. I'm searching here because behind me there's a little bit of an incline, and I'm hoping that maybe one day, by continuing to search by the river, I might be lucky enough to find maybe some Iron Age stuff like axe heads. Meanwhile, until that day occurs, I'm just enjoying it. Well, it must be very unusual to find 2 unique objects on the same field. So there's another one. Hedges, chemists, the snuff, Dale End, Birmingham. My almost 5-year-old granddaughter starts full-time school in 3 weeks, so we're making the most of the holidays and giving her some treats. I just thought it'd be quite nice to show you a little bit of my family life in some of my videos. I don't do that very often. I think you've seen Mrs. Hat on a couple of videos now. And it's notoriously difficult to find anything here apart from rubbish. But I've walked on the field, not expecting to find anything, to be honest with you, but it doesn't matter on a day like this. It's lovely. And the first signal was a bit iffy, but I managed to find what I believe is a crucifix. May not be, but I think it is. It's very thin, copper alloy, nothing much to it. There's nothing to hang it from or anything. That one sounds quite nice. So let's have a live dig and see what it is. I'm just hoping I've got that spot on, because I'm only digging a little hole. Still in the hole. Ah. seen anything yet. Oh, come on, out you come. Out you come. What are you? Oh, what the heck's that? Copper. Copper tube of some description. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for this one. Listen, it's not in the plug. That's just singing at me. That's lovely and sweet, both directions. As yet, I've no idea where it is. So. Oh dear. It's a nut. Oh, that sounded so nice. It's exhausting. I've been walking for nearly 4 hours. I've only dug about 12 targets. I've had more signals than that, but only dug 12. Not a very good day today. So I'm just heading over the canal. I've travelled up north into Bishop Auckland area to have a dig with a friend called Drew. Going to see what we can find. If we find anything interesting, we'll bring it to you. Let's get digging. We might not. We've got a reserve field though, haven't we, just in case?
Yeah, we've got a couple.
Yeah, go make a cup of tea and get ready. Well, just there is where I found the merchant's ring, Tudor period. And just there is where I found one silver Roman denarius. No idea how that got there. 5 hours up in here now and it's getting really, really windy. Today I'm bringing you a cake break in a very much different way. A posh picnic in a posh park. So, happy cake break in your cake hole. Ah. Lovely.
A gingerbread man.
I've been invited to come and dig here today, and the property has this special little feature. It's believed, if rumours are true, that a hermit once lived here, way out in the middle of nowhere, and he made his living by making penny whistles. And this little place is called Whistle Hole. The scenery here is lovely, and I've just found my first target. I thought it was a thick coin, but it's not. It's a piece of lead and it's got a number in the middle, so that is probably a pit token. You'd have to look that one up. A pit token. That sounds nice. 84, 85. Let's just see if it's out of the hole yet. It's already out of the hole. It's not very deep, so it's not going to be a brilliant target. Still could be a coin, but no, it's a padlock. Oh, dearie me. Never mind. Well, there wasn't much in that hole, but just on the edge there was one coin stuck to another on the back like that. So I've got a pocket spill. I better just check see if there's any more. Nope, no more. Well, you can see there's not much of it left. The roof has been stolen over the years, but it's a tiny little property, probably 10 feet by 10 feet. There's old pavers. I'm not sure what that was. I'll have to ask the landowner what he thinks that was. It hasn't got long left to stand, I don't think. It's open to the weather up here, which is very high. Well, Drew has just had a little piece of silver. We think it might be a cane ferrule or something like that. Sadly, this has seen much better days. It's a lovely piece, I think, of jewellery. Gilded, probably Victorian. Could you imagine living in a place right up here, this small? Looks like there was a Another area here for a small part of the building. You can see some of the footings and the floor. Do you know, I love that little story, and whether it be true or not, that's the one I'm going to go with. I love the idea that a little hermit making penny whistles used to live here to make his living. First 4 targets, 2 modern pennies, tuppence as they are, something like a keyhole shape in the middle, and a piece of what looks like pewter. Anyway, let's keep looking. It's a buckle. Bit knackered, not that old. We're not very far away from there, so it might have been the hermit's buckle. You never know. Not even one swing or one step taken, and I've got a target, and it's a nice one. Thank you, mate. And now there's a penny I can see. There we go. Lovely. Wonder how that got a split. Such a neat cut as well.
Boom! Silver! Already?
50% silver. Second hole. I like digging in Bishop Auckland. Now this one gave me a right funny mixed signal. I've cleaned it up a little bit, but as you can see, that was a lump of iron, and the mix signal came from the lead that it's been coated in. So I have no idea what that is. Well, I've just found another coin, and at the moment I can't make out what it is. It might be half a crown. I've just rescued 2 sheep which escaped from a farm and put them back through a little gate and blocked it up, and it's a neighbouring permission. I'm not quite sure if he knows it's an escape route for his sheep, so I'm now going to tell him, and with a bit of luck I'll get permission to dig on there as well. I'm happy with that. Lead, purposely cast as a gaming piece. Well, there we go. An Irish penny. We're not walking hardly any steps, and we're getting loads of signals. Well, yes, just found myself a little military button, and you don't find many of those in this part of the world. Ordinary buttons, loads of them. 4-hole buttons, millions of them. Military buttons, not so many. I've been experimenting recently with casting my own Roman coins. I wish I'd known how to cast a copy of a coin much earlier, because my 110 silver Roman denarii are now in the museum and I'm not allowed to touch them. They've been treated with a preservation wax, and nobody can ever touch them again. They're there for everyone to view forever and ever. Had I known that before I'd have given them over to the Fines Liaison Officer for the British Museum, and knowing that they were going to keep them, I could have taken copies of them all. Elizabeth facing left with a rose behind her head. Lovely coin. It was badly damaged because it was bent. It was almost in a complete V shape, but I managed to use a little bit of heat and get it back. Well, it's a good start for me. 4 holes, 3 coins. Okay, a bit modern, but one of them's a silver already. And an old threepence. And I've just had that. Edward VII, Royal Engineers. Love it. Well, I've just called Drew over because I've just had a great find. Look at that! For a pendant. Luckily I didn't hit it. I thought I did, but I didn't. But look.
It's all marked.
Look at that. That's fantastic. That needs to clean up, and I'll show you more of that later. But that is in lovely, lovely condition, and that will really polish beautifully. And luckily I've got all the kit at home just to do that. I used that kit for making my coin rings, and this will come up really nice. Well, what a lovely sight. I've just parked up on a new permission with Drew to meet his 2 friends for a couple of hours digging, and that is what greeted us across the road. So let's just have a look at this beautiful view. Right, it's time for a cake break. We've got loads of cakes. Look, Drew's brought a bloody picnic. All those cakes.
And a horse.
Yeah, and he's got cheese sandwiches, and the horse leant over his shoulder and stole his sandwich. And now the other one's coming. Right, so, well, we've still got some. In your cake hole. Happy cake break. Ah, found it. There we go. Oh no.
Iron.
No. Look at that. That was junk. It was very, very loud, but of course cartwheel pennies are. 1 ounce of pure copper. Imagine have a pound's worth, 144 of those in your pocket.
Well, it beats mine. My
Lump.
lump. My lovely lump.
Good stuff. Well, I'm happy with that. But I'm happy if I find anything now after that silver this morning. Thanks to you.
I'm not jealous or anything.
Of course not.
I'm not sulking or anything.
No. Well, Drew thinks he might have a good signal, and then it vanished.
Yeah, it's probably another bit of coke.
And there is a surface find penny. Just laying there on the top it was. There is the oddest musket ball cast I've ever seen. It's very bad. Obviously that was just discarded rather than put back in the melting pot. Well, we've moved again. The last field was really bone dry and rock hard and not really finding anything. But then again, I did get the penny on the surface and I did get the cartwheel. Drew just got a large piece of coke, and I've just got a large piece of lead. Oh well.
Never mind. Tough going.
It is tough going.
Tough going.
It's really dry. Look. Now, would you say that that piece of weight was a deliberate casting? Is that shape deliberate, do you think? That's what Drew has found on the second fields we've been on. Nice. I do like musket balls. Minus token goes on their carts, so the right person gets credited with the coal. Yeah, it's only a half or one. That's 2 he's found. This one another day and one today as well.
A fabulous key. The key to success.
Oh yeah, the key to success.
That's impressive. Right, what do you think of that?
Oh. Right. Well, only one thing really comes to mind because of the shape around that neck.
Yeah.
And that's an Enfield. Bullet.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think of that.
Yeah, that's what it looks like
I
to
wondered
me.
if it was a weight, like with a hole through the middle. But
no, it hasn't got a hole at the end. So I put that as an Enfield bullet. I could be wrong. Actually, it'd be interesting to see what my subs think about that. Leave a comment. What do you think the mystery object is of Drew's? Is it resemblant of an Enfield? I think so. What do you think? Well, I think that should finish the day off nicely. I think that's probably going to be my last target on this trip. It's a nice Tudor period buckle. Right, that's us. We're finished. We had a great day, fantastic morning, and if I don't catch you in the field, I'll catch you on YouTube. What have you got?
tin foil ball.
That's a good place to say see you later.
Stephen is the man with the hat and the metal detector. Whoa, whoa. Walking the land, he's a treasure collector. Whoa, whoa. Metal detecting and digging lots of holes, looking for anything that's old. New videos every week, so please